you'd see these weird commercials. You'd see like these clips from these talk shows or the variety shows, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on in this country?" I have no idea.
There was that giant like Takeshi's Castle boom.
Oh my god!
Forgot about that.
Takeshi's Castle at 7 a.m. every day on Challenge, and I used to wake up early before school, and I would like watch every episode.
I didn't think you guys get this excited.
Dude, I just totally glossed over that. Like, I literally watched Takeshi's Castle all throughout high school. Even though it was reruns, I fucking loved it every time.
Yeah, you just watch the same episodes over and over. It's like watching Top Gear and Dave. You know, it's like it's something you can always watch over and over, and it was just so fucking weird.
It's only recently that I found out though that like Takeshi's Castle, you guys had reruns of Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah.
And I found that really interesting because that's a show from the 80s.
It's strange because I think America has their own version as well. By the way, Takeshi's Castle is this kind of, what is it called? The most extreme game show, is it called in Japan?
Pretty much.
It's like Ninja Warrior, something like that. That's like the modern day.
It's like Ninja Warrior, but imagine if it was like all the contestants were just everyday people, and it was horribly unfair. It was so unfair, and it was so fun, and it was just brutal. These courses, they would just send people, and they would. It
was
all
basically
fail.
Ninja Warrior crossed with Jackass.
Yeah.
Because it looked dangerous. Some of the courses look so fucking dangerous.
I mean, there's a reason why they don't do that show anymore.
No.
Like legit OH&S.
That show had a huge following in the UK because of that, and I think in America it did as well. But each localization had a different style to it. So the Japanese one obviously just showed the show. The British one had like this
Craig Charles,
who's quite a famous person back in the 90s, right?
Because he did Robot Wars. And
It was really big, and in America they had like a kind of, imagine like a pseudo kind of football commentators being like, "What do you think of that, Jeff?" It was like, it was supposed to be like a kind of like jokey thing. So I actually watched clips of it. I don't think it's as good, but each country had its own localization. And the one in the UK was huge because I remember there was petitions even when I was like 16, 17, people wanting to bring it back, but I mean, how can you bring it back when they're just dubbing over the old clips? Right?
Exactly.
But Thailand actually had, I think, a version like a few years ago as well. They made their own version.
I had no fucking
Because I remember watching it and thinking like, nope, not the same. It just didn't quite scratch it. But that was a huge factor in why also I love Japanese culture, because you watch that show and like it's
hilarious.
It's crazy.
It's amazing, and it's also a blatantly extremely Japanese. Like you're seeing like katakana kanji everywhere. Like it's obviously just like it's purely Japanese.
It's like ADHD like editing, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's pure like that's my first introduction to like crazy Japanese editing.
Pure chaos. I don't know what it is about Japanese variety shows. It's just about having as much information on screen to like distract your eyes as possible.
After making YouTube videos, I have come to like feel sorry for every Japanese editor with the sheer amount of text they have to put on the screen, changing colors and shit popping up everywhere.
Because everybody's dialogue has subtitles. And it's like, we can hear them fine. Don't worry about it.
Do you know what I hate? Whenever I see like an anime trailer and it's from like Japanese TV, so they always got like this guy reacting to it or something like that.
In the corner. And they're not even reacting that much. They're just like...
That's the thing I don't understand about game shows. They'll have like a really like normal thing, and they'll just have a guy in the corner like...
Or it's like a really interesting behind the scenes clip of this anime or show. Or like I remember seeing like the Giorno clip of the guy doing Muda. Right? And it's just a guy reacting in the corner. I was like, I don't give a shit about that guy.
Taking a valuable screen.
I know. Just
I want to watch the guy doing the Muda. I mean, I have to say that, like with Takeshi's Castle, like I fucking loved growing up. Like,
oh my god, what a show!
What was your guys' like favorite like segment of that show? Because for me, like to this day, if I have a bad day, I'll always watch clips of Lotion Staircase.
See, I think they had different names for them. The challenges, because they would have like title screens. You could tell that they tried to mimic.
I mean, did you guys watch like the Lotion Staircase one? It's like a giant staircase and it's just covered in lotion, and they have to try and get to the top of it.
I remember that one.
I liked the one where they would the honeycomb maze, like the hexagon maze, where they would come in. It was basically this maze, and you got a top-down view, which is so good. And you would see them go through this maze, and there'd basically be these fucking dudes who would just grab them in the face and like throw them around. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's also like the rolling things that they would try and run on that looked impossible.
No, the one that sticks out to my mind is the one where they're like rock skipping, like just
that was dangerous.
You fucking go full pelt over these like rocks over a river, and some of the rocks would just sink. Now just imagine if like you're running full pelt and then one of the rocks sinks and you just face plant into a real rock. Oh my god, that looks painful.
If you haven't watched it, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's such good fun. I don't think a show like that could happen today.
And it's not just Takeshi's Castle. There are like I've realized
God.
there's so many shows that either America or the UK or like just some Western country is like ripped off, like Silent Library,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like Wipeout, or like they're all, and even like Ninja Warrior. They're all like originally Japanese
I
shows.
love Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Watching the Japanese version.
They could never go as crazy as the Japanese
No,
version.
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, I think that was definitely.